Right, so lads, this is probability part 3. I'm looking at our text and test 2 book. I'm looking at page 232, question 16. Now, the screen is going to be going up and down. So if I was you, if you don't have the book at home and it's left in school, will you just screenshot the screen in front of you right now? Because you can work on your own notes copy then at the same time. Okay, have a read of question 16 first of all. So Nick goes through a set of traffic lights and then passes over a level crossing. Over the period of time, Nick estimates the probability of stopping at each of these. Okay, stopping at the traffic lights, stopping at the level crossings coming up. Construct a tree diagram. You might think, oh my God, that's new. Okay, well, you're going to do it now. A tree diagram is so simple, swear to God, so simple. Okay, so let's have a look now. So you should have screenshotted now at this stage to show the information. So they say that Nick is on his way to work and he stops at a traffic lights first of all. So when he's at the traffic lights, he can stop or he can go. If he stops, the probability we're told in the question is 2/3. And therefore, lads, if he goes, it would be 1/3, wouldn't it? Now we're doing that part in our head. Then he said, and then passes over a level crossing. So I'm going to put that into purple. If he stops the level crossing, there's the level crossing coming up, right? The next little thing I'm doing here, he can stop, or he can go. Oh God, sorry, hold on. Something better than that. Or he can go. Geez, that's not much better. So stop, or he can go. If he stops, lads, we are told it's 2/3. If he goes, we're told, well then obviously, no, pardon me, if he stops the level crossing, sorry lads, is 1/5, isn't it? Okay, just put that down again. So if he stops at the level crossing, it's 1/5. 1/5. And if he goes, it's going to be 4/5. Grand. Sure, look, the same thing down here. He could have gone at the traffic lights and then had to stop. Or he could have gone at the traffic lights and then had to go. Okay, so go. And then we're going to say stop. And we're going to say 4/5 here again. And where we say stop is 1/5. Now, so there's a tree diagram. It's a bit squash, but I think you get the idea. That is what we call a tree diagram. Tree diagram. It's giving you the options of what it could do in his route. Now, in II it says calculate the probability that Nick will not have to stop at either the lights or the level crossing on his way to work. So it's saying that Nick's having a great day. It's just go, 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 okay? Well, the go, go, go one, you just have to find out which one it is. And sure, he's going at the traffic light. He's going at the level crossing. Right, so therefore, what we've highlighted in green, so if he's going at the traffic lights, he's going at the level crossing, okay? That he doesn't have to stop at either, it's saying. So it's going to be, now be very careful here, lads. He's going to go at the traffic lights, 1/3. And he's going to go at the crossing. That's 4/5. Now, lads, if you use the word and in probability, the operation you use is multiply between them. If you use the word or in probability, the operation uses add. Now, I remember to going to school, it says or add. Now, I just made it up. So I said or add, or it, whatever you want to say. So or means add. And I know it's like just AD I'm putting down, but that's how I remember it. And is multiply. So I just remember the opposite. So therefore 1/3 multiplied by 4/5, that's a total probability of 4/15. So there's a 4/15 chance of him going at the traffic light as well as going at the crossing. And that's it. And finally, lads, today we're going to do question 18 on page 232. Okay, so pause the video and have a read. And what I would actually like you to do is I'd like you to actually copy down that diagram and I'd like you to try it for yourself. Okay, you should be able to fill all of this in. And then when you press play, I'll have all the answers written in. So off you go, pause this video and try to answer the first part of question 18 where it asks you to complete the Venn diagram. Okay, so that's everything filled in. I think you should be okay with that. I don't think it's necessary for me to go through that with you now. You should be the ability that you're able to put it in, and also to say that you tick it as you go along when you have put stuff in, so that you know that you've everything ticked off. I can even tick off the last one. 10 students did not study any of these. Like that's a sets question. Like I mean, you should be well able. That's very straightforward. It's the next part that I'm wondering about. So the question is on part I of this. Or part is it's on page 233 of the text and test 2 book. Copy and complete the Venn diagram. That's done. Part B, how many students answered the questionnaire? Pause, lads, and try it. How many students answered the questionnaire? 60. You add up every single number. So by that I mean I'm adding up 8 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 2 plus 15 plus 20 plus 10. And when I do that, I get 60. Okay. And then I'm going to go on to if how many, like what's the probability that he studied French only? French only, very simple. It's just going to be, so for French only, it's 20 out of a total of 60. That's 2 over 6. Simplify it down more. That's 1 over 3. Be careful. The next question says, and I'm actually probably just going to take, now let's say they ask us, what is the probability of students studying French or Spanish? So for French or Spanish, yes, we count all the numbers in the circle for French and all the numbers in the circle for Spanish. But make sure you don't count any number twice. So what we should be doing is we're adding up 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 20 plus 2 plus 15. And that gives us 42 out of 60, isn't it? Yeah, that's it. And that is going to be 7 over 10 when you divide both by 6. Then after that, watch out for this one, lads. Very, very similar. It's French and Spanish. So for French and Spanish, we're talking about where the circles overlap. They study French, but they also study Spanish. So that's a total of 2 plus 1, which is 3. And that's going to be 3 over 60, which is 1 over 20 is your probability. The next question says, oh, what are the chances of probability that this student did not study French or German or Spanish? So did not study any of them, did not study any. So that's only going to be 10 out of 60, isn't it? Because there's 10 outside the 3 circles. So that's going to be 1 over 6. And that's it. That is our sets done for this year.